In today's fast-paced, distraction-filled world, discipline is one of the most underrated superpowers anyone can develop. Whether you want to lose weight, become more productive, save money, build a business, or simply live with more purpose, self-discipline is the foundation. And yet, for most people, discipline feels like a struggle, something we chase and fail to hold on to. But what if I told you that building discipline doesn't have to be grueling or complicated? What if the key lies not in being harsh with yourself, but in working smarter with a few psychological hacks? This video explores 5 easy discipline tricks that actually work, not in theory, but in real-life application. These aren't rigid rules or self-help cliches. They are small, smart strategies that gradually turn discipline into a natural part of your daily life. Let's dive deep into each one. Trick 1. Start with micro habits. The power of small wins. The idea of becoming more disciplined often overwhelms people because they associate it with massive, immediate change. Think about it. When you decide to get fit, you might resolve to wake up at 5 a.m. every day, go to the gym for an hour, cut out all junk food, and start meal prepping, all at once. These intentions are admirable, but in practice, they often backfire. Why? Because our brains are not wired for sudden, drastic change. They crave stability and predictability. That's where the power of micro habits comes in. Micro habits are incredibly small actions that are easy to perform and don't require a major shift in routine or a ton of willpower. For example, if you want to build a reading habit, commit to reading just 1 page a day. If your goal is to exercise regularly, start with a 2-minute walk or 5 jumping jacks. These tiny steps might seem insignificant, but they're not. They help you build consistency, and consistency is the backbone of discipline. The secret behind micro habits is that they are too small to fail. Your brain doesn't resist brushing your teeth because it's quick and easy, it's automated. Micro habits work the same way. Over time, these tiny routines compound, snowballing into substantial behavioral change. You might start by meditating for just 1 minute each morning, and after a few weeks, find yourself doing 5 or 10 minutes without struggle. The momentum builds naturally. Think of micro habits as seeds. You plant them with minimal effort, but they have the potential to grow into powerful trees of habit. So instead of setting overwhelming goals that burn you out, focus on building discipline 1 micro habit at a time. It's not glamorous, but it works, and it lasts. Trick 2. Use the 2-minute rule to beat procrastination. If you've ever put off starting something important, whether it's studying, writing, working out, or cleaning, you're not alone. Procrastination is one of the biggest enemies of discipline. But contrary to popular belief, the hardest part of any task isn't completing it, it's starting it. That initial friction, that mental block before you begin, is what derails most people. Enter the 2-minute rule. Popularized by productivity expert David Allen and widely advocated by authors like James Clear, this simple trick is about getting started by breaking down your goal into an action that takes less than 2 minutes to complete. The idea is straightforward. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to do, just do it immediately. But there's a deeper application. If a task is bigger than 2 minutes, break it down into a version that can be started in 2 minutes or less. So if you want to write a book, don't aim to write a chapter today. Just open your laptop and write 1 sentence. If your goal is to build a workout habit, don't aim for an hour of exercise, just put on your sneakers and do 1 push-up. If you want to start studying, simply open your notebook and highlight the first line of text. These tiny starts may sound laughable, but they're magic in motion. Once you begin, you're much more likely to keep going. The 2-minute rule works because it shifts your focus from the intimidating outcome to the manageable process. It helps you beat inertia, remove perfectionism, and trick your brain into taking action. After all, the goal is not to be perfect, it's to be in motion. Once you start, momentum does the rest. Trick 3. Design your environment for discipline. We often assume that discipline is entirely internal, that it's about willpower, grit, and mental toughness. But research shows that one of the biggest influences on our behavior is our environment. In fact, our surroundings shape our actions more than we realize. If your workspace is cluttered, your kitchen is filled with junk food, and your phone is constantly buzzing with notifications, staying disciplined becomes an uphill battle. That's why one of the most effective discipline tricks is to design your environment to support your goals. This means making positive behaviors easier and negative behaviors harder. For instance, if you want to eat healthier, keep fresh fruits and vegetables visible in your fridge and hide, or better yet, remove sugary snacks. If you want to work more efficiently, clean your desk, silence your phone, and use browser blockers to limit distractions. Environmental design removes the need for constant self-control. Instead of fighting temptation, you simply eliminate it. If you're trying to limit screen time, put your phone in a different room or log out of distracting apps. Want to go to the gym more? Lay out your workout clothes the night before. Want to read more? Place a book on your pillow or desk where you can't ignore it. By tweaking your environment, you make the path of least resistance the path of progress. This approach allows you to build discipline without relying on motivation, which fluctuates day by day. When your environment nudges you toward good choices, discipline becomes less about resisting and more about following the natural flow of your day. Trick 4. Commit publicly and create accountability. One of the simplest ways to strengthen discipline is to get others involved. When your goals are private, it's easy to cheat, delay, or give up entirely. No one knows and no one cares. But when you publicly commit to something, the stakes rise. Now there's social pressure. Now someone is watching. Public commitment creates accountability, and accountability boosts discipline. This can take many forms. You might tell a friend about your new habit and ask them to check in with you weekly. You could post your goals on social media and share your progress. You might join a group of like-minded people with similar goals, whether it's a running club, a writing challenge, or a financial savings group. You can even use apps and websites like Stick or Beeminder, where you set goals and risk money if you don't follow through. What makes public accountability powerful is its emotional leverage. Most of us care deeply about how others see us. We don't want to appear lazy, inconsistent, or unreliable. That fear of embarrassment, combined with the encouragement and feedback from others, creates a powerful mix of positive pressure. It pushes us to show up, even when we don't feel like it. Accountability also introduces consistency, because it forces you to track progress and reflect on your actions. When you have to report back to someone, you become more mindful of your behavior. You don't just coast, you commit. If you're struggling with discipline, don't go it alone. Create a system of accountability that fits your personality and lifestyle. Whether it's a single friend or an entire online community, having someone to answer to can make all the difference. Trick 5. Reward yourself the right way. One of the biggest misconceptions about discipline is that it's about self-denial, that to be disciplined, you must avoid pleasure and live a joyless, rigid life. But this mindset is not only unsustainable, it's also unproductive. In truth, strategic rewards are essential for building and maintaining discipline. The brain is wired to repeat behaviors that feel good, so if you associate hard work with positive outcomes, you're more likely to keep going. The trick is to reward yourself intentionally and immediately after completing a habit or task. For instance, after finishing a study session, you might enjoy a favorite snack or watch a short episode of a show. After a workout, maybe you treat yourself to a refreshing smoothie. If you complete your daily writing goal, go for a walk or listen to music. These rewards don't have to be big, they just need to signal to your brain that effort leads to pleasure. You can also build in rewards by pairing habits with things you enjoy. For example, only allow yourself to listen to a favorite podcast while doing household chores, or only watch YouTube after completing your to-do list. This creates a positive association and motivates you to finish what you started. Another powerful reward technique is visual tracking, crossing off a habit calendar, checking a box in an app, or seeing your streak grow. These visual cues trigger dopamine and make the process more satisfying. We're naturally motivated by progress, and seeing your discipline stack up in real time makes the habit more addictive, in a good way. Of course, not all rewards are created equal. Be careful not to undo your progress by rewarding a workout with junk food or saving money only to splurge irresponsibly. The key is to reinforce the behavior, not contradict it. Many people believe discipline is something you either have or you don't, that some people are just naturally disciplined while others aren't. But this is a myth. Discipline is not a fixed trait, it's a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned, practiced, and improved. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start small, stay consistent, and use strategies that work with your brain instead of against it. When you focus on the process, the results take care of themselves. So that's it for today. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.